What's up, everybody? I'm Jessekazam. Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. This is another one of our Lessons from Beyond the Grave, where we take a look at some of the clips from my stream where I died, and we analyze what happened and what I could do better next time. This video, we're going to be talking about something I do all the time, and this will almost always get you killed in Tarkov. I stream Escape from Tarkov 6 days a week, and all my links will be down below. And if you like the video, think about liking it or subscribing for more content like this. YouTube is weird, and it'll probably show you the videos if you like my videos, whether you're subscribed or not. But subscribing really helps me out a lot, so thank you so much to those that do that. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, as always, what we'll do is we'll just watch the whole engagement as it happened, and then we'll go back and kind of rewatch it and talk through what happened and what we can learn from this specific encounter.
I mean, we don't have to go through here. We can just hook in and then go up into
Right.
I'll throw a grenade over.
Okay.
You peeking, you careful. One's dead, one's...
There's three. It's a three-man. It's a three-man. What?
I'm dead. He just shot me through a bush. I couldn't even see him. Careful, there might be a guy pushing by that crate. I really got faced through a fucking bush.
I'm dead, bro. I went for a point fire. I committed to a point fire, bro, and I died. So, as that was a fight that really kind of got out of hand super fast. So we were just pushing through interchange. We started hearing footsteps. We were quickly able to identify that there was more than one, and then everything kind of started falling apart. This was a fun fight for sure, and this video is about the fatal flaw that I make at the very end there, but we'll talk through some of the other stuff as well. So as I'm moving through, we see the one, and as I'm standing here, I see this guy, which I'm able to take down, and this guy moving in. So I wasn't aware that there was a guy on the left until my buddy calls out that there was three. But this guy, I shot at this bush a lot because I was worried that, I'm not sure what this guy had, but I was worried that this guy was going to get to this bush and lay prone or try to use the bush as cover. I wasn't sure if he was going to be aggressive or if he was just going to lay prone. So I wanted to see if I could just spray him down through the bush because I know I've got big mags. I've got these big 50-round mags. Right here was an interesting thing. So if you look at it right here, you can see his laser on the wall and his IR, it looks like, and a little dip here, an opening, and I wasn't aware of this opening, so he catches me off guard with these shots through here. I thought maybe there was a third party up top because I knew those shots were close, and he almost gets the best of me right there, which was kind of a cool play. So being aware of what was going on around me would have saved me those spots, or I could have held the angle and waited for him. But we were going through the reload, and my buddy just gets dropped dead. I know I've eliminated this guy at this point. I know there was a guy over here, and I know that that guy was shooting me through the holes, so I know that there's two more. You know, I'm pushing here, making sure that this guy's not peeking. I want to get behind cover because I know now where I am. Directly behind me is covered because that's where my buddy Desmond just died. And directly on both sides I'm covered, so I'm only having to worry about what's in front of me. So I wanted to eliminate the possible angles that I'm going to get shot from. Once again, just in case this guy, I've got a 50-round mag, just in case this guy is still hiding in this bush, I just wanted to give it a spray down. I don't have to hit a reload because I know I've got plenty of ammo. And right here is where I start to make my mistake. This guy's here. We go for the point fire on him and we drop him. And we attempt to just point fire this guy with the Valde. So I will say with the Valde, with the variable optics, I'm not a huge fan of the one-time zoom close range. I find myself, it pulls in the FOV, it takes up a lot of my screen. I just find myself not being very proficient with them. So when I got to the point where I killed this guy, which was Thermal M1A, and I saw this guy, this is exactly the distance I don't want to be engaging with a Valde because I feel like if I ADS, my aim is going to be all over the place and I'm going to have a hard time acquiring him. But this distance is definitely hard to point fire. And the fatal mistake and what this video is about is overextending on angles. So not only am I too far extended away from the shipping container, but I actually start strafing the other way, putting myself farther away from cover. We did a whole episode on the whole 80 strafing when you're shooting and how that's not a good idea. And it's something that I've been trying to get used to. This is a clip from a few weeks ago. But I pull myself farther away from that angle. So if if I'm breaking this down right here on the approach, I shouldn't have been hugging closer to this. I would have been able to stop right here and take this guy down, or even do a little strafe right here, but not pull so far away from the shipping container so that when I turned and saw this guy, because when you look at it, we find this guy out of position. We find him here, and he's pretty decently far away from cover as well. And once I kill this guy, see, he's overextended his angle because he's not sure that I've pushed up here. So this would have been a great opportunity to hold a tighter angle, because a tighter angle gives you options. If I was closer to this, or if I had continued strafing this way instead of strafing back the other way, I would have been able to fall back behind cover. I would have been able to make the decision, and I should have made the decision that, hey, this isn't the optimal engagement distance for me. I want to get behind cover. I could have maybe tossed a nade if I had one, ran back around the shipping container. I could have done a whole lot of things. I could have waited for him to push, but instead I engaged at a distance that I wasn't comfortable with. I'm not sure what he had, but if he had a red dot, this would be perfect distance for him, and he was able to eliminate me there. So point fire at this distance is not my friend. There's a lot of people. This is why I think getting good at point fire is so good. It's such a valuable skill, because there are a ton of people that I watch that could point fire at this distance no problem, and it would have been able to eliminate the target. But even still, even with perfect point fire skills, I think holding tighter angles around corners give you the option. Not only do you expose less of your body, but they give you the option to pull away from a fight. Once I'm out here, oh, that got a little weird. Once I'm out here right now, if I decided I didn't want this fight, it's too late. If I turn and run to this, he's just going to get free shots on me. I committed to the point firing. You can see these bullet holes. I'm peppering all around him. You know, if I would have gotten a lucky shot, that would have been cool. But the lesson here is that overextending those angles is often a really bad idea. So we've got another clip we're going to take a look at. Similar situation. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So similar situation, I'm here on resort. I believe that I was doing at this point and my buddy had died, and I'm thinking that I'm hearing something outside the admin building here. And so we'll go ahead and watch this engagement, how it plays out. That's not good. So once again, and the more of these I do, the more that I realize that there's a lot of overlapping things. So like we said before, we did a whole video about the 80 strafing, and right there at the end, we do a little bit of that. It's just like a panic thing. It's something that I'm working on removing from my subconscious. But other than that, we're here, we hear somebody running in the distance, we take our audio cue and we push around the corner and we want to see what's up. As soon as we spot this guy, and then we also stopped sprinting early enough to get my gun up before I rounded the corner, which was nice. I could have done that a little bit earlier, to be honest with you, but we missed this guy. We missed our initial spray on this guy. We were just a little bit late. We didn't do a great job of leading with him. He was sprinting. He gave us the opportunity with his head down. I'm a little behind the ball. Like, instead of pulling my gun up right here, I should have readied my gun, pointed this direction, because if I do spot a guy, like in this situation, I spot a guy, I'm nowhere near, I'm pointed at a wall instead of pointing. If I was pointed right here, I would have been able to just like wait for him to cross and kind of bop him there. But so that's one lesson. Reaction speed is all going to be based on how well you play the game. I snapped a little too far and then shot a little too late. We were almost there on his head. He's got the Pestilence mask on, so a face tap would have got him. We noticed, though, he's a pretty chatted, thick boy. We've got our gun down here, so we get behind cover when immediately we're like, that's not good. So I'm using this wall as cover, and I'm trying to get an angle on him. This was a nice play here to kind of use my peripheral vision to check out this window while simultaneously covering if he goes for a push. So this is a good angle where this is tight enough that if he is here, I can just push right back behind this wall, but I'm not aimed outside, knowing that he was so close to that door. I need to be pointing towards that door in case he comes in. We do a little check there. At this point, I don't know where he is. I don't know how far he's flanked back. I make a call right here. I don't want him to be sitting right here on this wall that I was checking on the outside and me overextend or push out this way and then have him kill me. So I check all the way left, And in doing so, we see once again how far I pull away from cover. I take this angle really wide, end up seeing him, and the same thing happens again where my momentum is pushing me in the right direction towards cover, towards where I want to be, but that strafe kicks in and I start that AD trying to get out of the way, and I reverse directions. Strafing and shooting isn't even inherently bad. If you can hold a strafe one direction, you're actually going to be able to compensate for that a lot better and make you a harder target to hit. But there was just that panic mindset of, I see him. If I just keep moving the same direction, he's going to eliminate me. So we switch direction up. We try to do it. But once again, I'm pulling myself out of cover. So the thing here is don't overextend. Hold those angles much tighter. I could have been closer to the wall here or closer to this thing when I peeked that, and then just immediately moved back towards cover, continue to move back towards cover, and not give myself the opportunity to get caught out in the open. He overextends a little bit, but once he switches his momentum and is pushing back towards cover, he actually does a little bit of the AD spam there and switches back and forth, but I could have given myself the extra opportunity to engage if I had stuck closer to cover. So that's this video. That's kind of the takeaway from this Lessons from Beyond the Grave. It's that overextending an angle, pushing super wide, gives your enemy an opportunity to catch you with your pants down, where you kind of have no other choice other than to engage. And potentially from a disadvantage, because if you lower your weapon to try to sprint to cover, they could potentially just get a really easy headshot on you. So you kind of are forced to deal with the threat. So that's something I'm working on. When I nail it, when I hold really tight angles and I'm able to potentially reset a fight with the information, it's not a guaranteed win, but it just gives you that extra time to then decide, what do I want to do? How do I want to make this happen? So hopefully this helped. Hopefully maybe this is something that you hadn't considered, and little tidbits like this can help you kind of improve your gameplay. I'm a huge advocate for watching your gameplay back as a way to get better. And if you don't have the ability to do that, hopefully videos like this, where I watch mine back and we break this down, help you be a little bit more confident in your raids. Thank you all so much, as always, for taking the time to check out this video. If you liked it, once again, go ahead and drop that like and think about subscribing for more content like this. I'm always trying to create content to help shorten the learning curve of Tarkov and get you in your raids having fun as soon as possible. Like we said before, I stream on Twitch. All my links will be down below. We also have an awesome Discord full of people from all over the spectrum, veterans to new players, people that'll help you with quests or answer questions or even run some raids with you. So if you're looking for something like that, that link is down below as well. Thank you again so much for stopping by, and I will see y'all on the next one.